Hey guys, welcome back, it's Vanguard, and today's subject is going to be the Need for Speed High Stakes. The Need for Speed NFS High Stakes came out in 1999, a year later than the third, the Hot Pursuit, and they added quite a lot of things. There is two huge change that happened compared to the last Need for Speed. The first, that they added career play, which is otherwise a progression system, which is a huge since it's the first time we have it from the series. We are going to talk more about it later. The second change, which is a weird one for me, but they removed the hot pursuit element, so no more running from the police. I'm perfectly aware that not every Need for Speed game has it as of today, but still, it's a bit unusual for me that the system was just introduced in the last game and they already got rid of it in some sense. As of our different game modes, we have the everyday circuit race, the knockout, the single race where you can pick any car you wish, and of course there is the career play. The career play is a progression system where you start with 25,000 cash and you need to win a set of races to obtain money. The higher you end up in the leaderboard, the more you earn. This sounds average, but there is a weird twist to it. Your car is getting damaged through racing and the car stats are also getting downgraded, so you end up having a more difficult time the more you race. You can repair a car between races, but you cannot change it. So, in other words, if you start a set of races, where is for example 2 circuit race and 2 knockout, you can change out a car after the second race, so you could cheese out the damage money. But you need to play it till the end. But you can repair it after every race, of course. As you can see in the top right corner, which we just zoomed in, there is 4 types of damage, which is the engine, steering, body and suspension. The engine damage takes away from the car's acceleration, the steering damage obviously makes the car steer worse, the body damage makes the corner speed slower, so in other words you are slower while turning, and the suspension damage takes away more speed from the car when you are jumping, which happens quite a lot. In my opinion, this system is very good, it's a little bit refreshing, it's nice, but there is a huge downside which I really don't like, the suspension damage. There are races where you need to go like 8 maps and there are, for example, 2 jumps in one race, in a single circuit, single lap. And you keep jumping because you need speed to go faster than the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 opponents. So you need to go fast, you're gonna jump and you're gonna always damage the suspension, which is, I don't think it's a good idea because it really punishes you for being good. Like, you can't really slow down if you are playing in a higher difficulty. If you don't have a fast car already, you can't really slow down and the game is going to punish you for being good, because otherwise you get the engine, the steering, the body damage by ramming some other players, or I mean AIs, or ramming the environment, but the suspension damage doesn't really adds up to this, because it's not your fault for being fast. It's a good thing to be fast in a racing game. But don't get me wrong, other than that, it's a good system. I enjoyed it, it was a breath of fresh air, so I approve this. And as for the career play, there is one more race which is unique only in this game mode, which is the high stakes, the name of the game. So in the high stakes, you need to risk your own car to get the opponent's car, which I think is very interesting because you have a lot to lose, so you need to play very, very good. But you also can get a free car by winning the race. The game, sadly, it's a bit unoptimized because the game doesn't let you obviously sacrifice the only car you got, but in the first high stakes you don't really want to buy a new car because there is only 2 B tier cars and it's the same. So if you buy one, why would you get another when you can get an A tier, which are a lot faster, a lot more enjoyable, etc. But at that time you don't have the money to buy an A tier, so you need to buy another B tier to be able to risk for the high stakes. But the opponent also has a B tier, so you're gonna end up twice with a pretty bad car. And for my honest opinion about the career play, it was a nice introduction for the progression system, but in the long run it's first of all it's so long. Like you have to run a hell of a lot of races, there are hell of a lot of maps. You can do it if you really like this game, but it's really long. It's like, I don't know, 40 hours of playtime or so, and it's not really that worth it in my opinion. And later on you just don't get enough money to buy better cars, try new cars out and stuff. You are getting like after like 6-7 sets of races, like 20,000, but you need to at the same time you need to repair your car, and after some races the game just if you want to start a new set of races you need to get for some money to the bid, I think. So for example, if the set of races pays you 20,000, you are going to spend like 3 or 4,000 to repair your car, and at the same time you need to a starting bid of 5,000. So in the end you are getting a net worth of 11,000, which is, I don't think it's worth it to play the career play for too long. It's a good idea, but it just doesn't work in my opinion, not in this game. So let's talk about the gameplay. The graphics has improved from the last game, which is nice. Nothing too extraordinary, but it's an old game still. The engine noises got quite better, still 8-bit sounds, but you can start to tell the difference between a 6-cylinder and an 8-cylinder. And the most positive thing in my opinion is the driving itself. The physics got quite a lot better from the last game, so I actually started to enjoy the racing here. So in conclusion, the Need for Speed High Stakes is a good game, but not quite there yet. But we are getting there. The progression system is nice, but too long to be enjoyable. The racing itself is improving, and so is the series. With that in mind, I'm going to put the game in B tier. I think this is a perfect example of a mid/good game, but not great. Alright, that was the play it and rate it of the Need for Speed High Stakes. Hope you enjoyed the video, learned a bit more about these classics. Make sure to tell your thoughts in the comments if you want to express your opinion about the video or the game, and see you next time.